What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Pugilism, aka MKO Boxing, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok, all that good stuff. So let's talk about one of the main events that happened over this weekend. There was quite a lot of stuff going on, to be honest. There was a lot. One of the first ones I saw, or the second one, I think, was Dmitri Bivol versus Michael Eifert. And this was one of those fights where Dmitri Bivol, to be honest, for me, he just kind of went through the motions in this one. He very very dominant. He was able to just completely outbox Eifert, relatively easy and comfortably. And because he's one of those guys that he's just a pure boxer, so he's not really doesn't really box with a great deal of urgency. He just does exactly what he needs to do to win. If he's not under great pressure, then he's just gonna outbox you and outpoint you and dominate you on the cards, and that's exactly what he done here. Against Eifert, he was able to sort of catch him coming in early in the fight. He was able to put Eifert down early, and with a lot of fighters, you get that early knockdown and you go for it. But, much like was the case with Jack Catterall last week, where he just kind of got the early knockdown and just sat back and dominated on points. The same sort of thing here from Dmitry Bivol. There was great boxing skills on display. I mean, the way he was just able to sit back and, as Eifert would try to come in, he'd just take a little step back, make Eifert miss very, very widely and like make him miss by miles. And you'd think that at some point he'd put the pedal to the metal. I think it was only as we went into the 11th round. In the 11th round, he put more pressure on and he started to throw more shots. And you could tell he was getting to Eifert. He was landing more shots on him and he was breaking him down. He was hurting him a bit, but Eifert was there and sort of ready to survive. So, which he did. He survived that 11th round. He got hurt, but he survived. Round 12 was a little bit more the same. Bivol just putting on more pressure and piling forward, landing very accurately with those straight shots. But again, Eifert sort of just able to ride out the storm a bit and survive to the final bell. But very much a complete performance by Bivol. I mean, I think it would have been better had he just gone earlier and gone for the stoppage. But I suppose it's one of those things where for some fighters they're not really bothered about it, and I suppose maybe in his case he wasn't bothered about getting the guy out there. He's might just be bothered about getting the rounds under his belt. What's happening next? I think we could be on track for a third fight between him and Artur Beterbiev, because as it stands, they're 1-1. Beterbiev won the first fight. Bivol won the second fight, and Bivol's the sort of younger, fresher guy, less wear and tear on him. So yeah, I think that would be a good fight to happen next. Another fight that people have been talking about is Bivol versus David Benavidez. Now, this is one that I want to say it's kind of unrealistic because I don't see Bivol going up to cruiserweight where Opatai had his last fight. And as much as I know what am I talking about? Benavidez has mentioned coming back down to light heavy and cleaning everything up. I don't get the impression that he will, because it's a very, to go from 200 pounds to 175 pounds is a big cut. It's a big cut because he's walks around basically as a heavyweight, I'm sure. So for him now to be in at cruiserweight, have some success there, he'd probably be better off taking on Jai Patai, who's already at the weight, and fight him, beat him if you can. But yeah, I've heard talk of maybe a catch weight between him and Bivol, but again, I don't know what's in that for Bivol weight wise. I think he'd be an advantage to just stay where he is. So, yeah, it's a fight I would like to see. And if Benavidez could make the weight, great, but I doubt he can. But yeah, overall, good performance by Dmitri Bivol. It was impressive. If you like to watch skills and you like to watch sort of boxing at its finest, if you're a bit more of a purist, then it was kind of for you. But if you like the blood and the guts and the knockdowns and the explosiveness, the firepower, then it's probably not a fight for you to watch, because it was just a guy that got an early knockdown, went into cruise control in Bivol, and just stayed in cruise control, just cruised to victory. Didn't do, because he wasn't extended by the opponent, he didn't do anything more than was necessary. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. Bivol beating Eifert on points after scoring an early knockdown. Let me know your thoughts, and until next time, it's MK Boxing. Over now.